Hey everybody and welcome back. It's Fox, that's me. With FoxeoGames, that's my channel, and this is Skyrim, Viking Masculinity. Today, we have a set topic with no particular bullet points, so it's going to be the off-the-cuff stream of consciousness conversation that this playthrough has mainly been. We're going to talk about seeing through the veil, also known as seeing through the bull crap, seeing through the lies, seeing through the narrative. We've talked before about what narrative is. We'll talk more about it. Let's go do the only cure. We should have everything but the silver ingot, but we can go get that from a blacksmith. We've sold so many of them. Today's drink of choice is hot coffee, fresh from the French press. It's not as hot as it used to be. Get ready for some ASMR coffee pouring. Here we go in 1, 2, 3. It's the sound of coffee pouring into a mug. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Oh, that's still fairly hot, despite the fact that it's been a minute. The coffee's been sitting outside in the sunlight as I get myself a little bit of sun out there and finish my second book in 2 weeks. Although I can't brag too much, this second book was pretty darn short. It's one of those books that's more like a collection of blog posts by someone who really doesn't know how to write a book but thinks he's super smart. Now that I've said that, I don't want to say what the book is and talk shit about it, but the book is literally about how to deal with people in a world, how to deal with a world full of dumb people when you are abnormally smart. I haven't tested my IQ in a while, but it is, last I checked, like 120 something. I think it was 121, but it's been a while. I have taken IQ tests where one time I was like in the 90s, and another time I was like 120 something. So I don't know. Maybe one was a fluke. All I know is I feel like I'm smarter than the average person. That doesn't mean I am, obviously. But when I look at what I'm out here doing, what I'm getting accomplished, silver, is it a silver ingot that we need? How does she not have any? I've sold her so many. All right, well, let's go look elsewhere. All I know is I see things people do, and I'm like, there's so many smarter ways to do that. And I see the things people say, and I'm like, you're not saying what you think you're saying, buddy. I mean, it's not making any sense. I meant to go in the other door there, but let's see. I highly doubt she has one for sale, but we can always take a look. No. I'd like training in alchemy. It just occurred to me I can train in alchemy. Guess that wouldn't hurt, right? It's super cheap right now. Oh, damn. I'm already out of gold. Anything we could sell? I think I've already sold everything that I can sell. And I do believe we've gotten rid of all the ingredients. Yep, all we have now are like 2 little items we picked up. Or we picked those up for the quest line. Those are part of the quest line. So, for those of you out there that are smarter than the average person, generally you know who you are. If you wonder whether or not you're smarter, sometimes you're like, well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I wouldn't be so sure that you are. But if you're like, you know what, there's all these stupid people. I always feel like I'm surrounded by dumb people. My teachers seem like they're dumb. My professors seem like they're dumb. My parents seem like they're dumb. A lot of my friends seem like they're beneath me. It seems like I always have better ideas than everyone else. Well, it's probably because you're smarter than them and also have a little bit of ego like I do. And that's fine. A little bit of ego is actually a point of attraction for women. They will never tell you that. Women will swear up and down that they hate men with egos. Is it? Silver ingot. Okay, so what the heck? I was sure I had sold a whole bunch of those, but maybe they just get rid of them. We could go through another dungeon, just hope we pick one up. Better yet, let's go into this blacksmith building and see if one is lying around that we can pick up. It will be a theft, but I'm pretty sure that it still counts even stealing one. So if you're smarter than the average person, you're going to be very frustrated because, you know what, I just realized there's another merchant in here. Jeez. Silver ore. What? Why is it nobody has what I need? Seriously.
business with you.
They don't even have any to borrow. It's funny. I can take the iron boots, but not the iron helm. Not the iron armor. But I can take these iron boots. I can search this small sack and take the salt pile. I can take the goblet and the jar. I don't know. None of this makes any sense. I can steal the gold, but not the flawless diamond and emerald. So, I have no idea what this is all about. Oh, no, that was nothing. Okay. Well, here we go. And you know what I realized? I forgot to take my allergy medicine again. So I'm going to be clearing my throat all day long here. Alright. And I also keep forgetting to put the cover over my new keyboard. I've never had a keyboard before with a cover. This has a nice hard plastic cover. Looks good. Fits well. It magnetizes to it. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, well now we're on a quest for a silver ingot. I don't think this guy has any. Maybe I sold one to him? Some barrels you can take from, some barrels it counts as theft. I have no idea why. So, if you're smarter than the average person, you will see through all the crap on the news. A lot of you probably know by now, the news is like lowest common denominator shit. About as high quality as the news gets is the occasional in-depth reporting, which is very rare, and maybe like business news. But even then, the unfortunate reality is the average stuff in the news media is low-quality dribble for sheep. They don't get in-depth in anything. They don't really cover the issues. It's all just trash, basically. It's basically like Oprah level. You know what I mean? Oprah's the one out there telling everyone it's not your fault. You know, men should love you for who you are. Being fat is beautiful. All this stupid shit that, you know, deep down they know is wrong, but they want this woman with some air of authority around her telling her that it's going to be okay. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? No. Alva's house, okay. Let's quick save. What? What's going on now? Oh, well look at this. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have ourselves a dragon. Oh shit, am I stuck? I'm stuck in the water, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna freeze to death in this water. Oh, I hit him. I think I hit him at least. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And it's we probably don't need it, but we're gonna fortify destruction and resist fire. We'll probably kill him before that happens. If these fucking guards wouldn't get in my way, and they're gonna step right in my way. I'm gonna hit one of them by mistake, and then they're gonna go, "Oh, you attacked us. Now we're gonna treat you like you're a bad guy because I was dumb enough to walk in the line of fire." You know, I wonder if somebody else kills the dragon, does it still count as my kill? Holy shit, they're about to kill it. I can't allow that to happen. I gotta get the kill, right? There we go. Maybe not, who cares? As long as it dies, right? Take all, and then we have the mill, okay. Oh, look at this. This guy had some stuff on him. His loss, my gain. Alright, so now I need to find a silver ingot. Ingot? I don't know how it's pronounced. I've never heard that word spoken before. I was hoping that Morthal here had a blacksmith, but I ain't seen it, so let's go to Solitude. We'll find one there. So when you watch the news, or when you read news, or anything of that sort, you're going to see lowest common denominator, low IQ, low intelligence, bullcrap. Lots of bullcrap. You're going to see extremely superficial what's the word for it? Banal understanding and explanation. Oh. Why was the door open? Alright, let's bring this forward so that we can do whatever we need to do here. So it's a very superficial, banal, trite, simplistic, mainstream, mass-marketed news. So they're not going to tell you anything that the average person might be surprised or shocked by. Everything they tell you is going to be pretty simple, unoffensive, plain, boring, run-of-the-mill, standard, milquetoast. If you don't know the word milquetoast, my girlfriend says she's never seen it. It's milquetoast. It's kind of an odd word, but, you know, it exists, so there you go. See if I can steal from these barrels. I'm hoping one of these has a silver ingot in it, but it doesn't. Thanks to the Lost Treasures mod, I can find additional goodies roundabout. Let's try this since we're here. So you'll be frustrated that they're not discussing real issues. And you'll be frustrated that they're not discussing the facts and evidence and details of the real issues. Like if there's, for example, as I record this, there's a lot of bullshit in the news about, oh, this officer was involved in this, and he used deadly force or used some degree of force, and it's racism, it's systemic racism, it's a problem with police brutality. And then here come all the libertarians, the low IQ libertarians that are like, yeah, police are bad, all use of force is bad, there's no condition for it, just show any use of force and that's bad. And then all the other haters come out, and then everyone that's ever been like arrested for something, and they come out with the hate, and before you know it, it's like there's just this one direction of conversation. And of course the news media will bring in some guy who's like sort of defending that police, but really not really defending them. They're really just sort of giving us a slightly different angle. But, you know, 90% of everything said will be in one direction. It'll push one agenda. This is what you're going to notice. Watch as one and almost exclusively one agenda gets pushed. One angle, one kind of story element, one narrative. That's what we're talking about. You'll notice that it'll essentially be a singular narrative that keeps getting... Why does nobody have a silver ingot? Seriously. What's the deal here? We can get rid of those. Those are useless. I don't know, guys. We may have to find one somewhere in the dungeons. It'd be nice if they had one in one of these barrels. That I'd just get super lucky and find one. Oh, we're getting stuck. Seriously. Can we please just... There we go. Nothing. Alright, let's go in here and hope there's another merchant that has one. Of course, all this stuff that the news is pushing, the ultimate result is that, as a whole, far, far more people are being injured and even killed than would have had the news not run all these stories. So, in essence, oh, there we go. What the news is doing is, shocker, making everything worse for just about everybody. There may be a few people that benefit in one way or another, but for the most part, the average person suffers more because of what the news does, not less. But the real secret here is to keep track of where the narrative is pushing the conversation. What is this narrative trying to accomplish? You look through that. You look through what's on the surface. On the surface is police officer, black man killed by police officer. It's not even relevant whether it was justified, not justified. It's not even important whether the guy was a racist or not. I highly doubt he was. There's no evidence to that effect. But ignore all of that. The only thing you need to look at... Excuse me. Oh, I already looked at that. The only thing you need to look at is what is the narrative pushing. That's all that matters. Because the narrative is pushing an agenda. Look through the narrative to the agenda. and try to see what the angle is. Try to see what's really going on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, in the case of the Black Lives Matter movement and all these like anti-police police stories and all this other stuff, the angle is always the same as with the news media. It's pretty much always in one direction. It's always pushing a far left, left wing, or you could use the term liberal. That's a modern usage of the term, not the traditional use. I'm not using liberal in the terms of like liberal education, liberal arts. I'm using the term liberal as in the modern American political concept of those on the left. It's pushing the left-wing agenda. Okay, so what just happened? Inhale the fumes? What are we doing here? I don't know if I like this. I should have saved before I did this. Uh-oh.
I would have you hear me. I have watched you for some time. These vapors fill the decisions.
Okay, so there's 2 lines of dialogue on top of each other.
And I wonder if you are the proper agent for a task of mine.
Wish I could skip this dialogue, but whatever.
To Mundus, a wasting plague that infected a scattering of Breton villages. One of my monks, the elf Orchendor, was sent to gather these afflicted. He shepherded them into Bathardums for me, but has since lost his way.
So anyway, guys, don't think that it's all about what the news is discussing on the surface. Oh, we have to kill somebody?
I want you to go to Bathardums and kill Orchendor in my name.
Oh, is he the rat? Oh, no. Okay. There are rats around me, but he's not the rat, I'm assuming.
So you have, mortal. Go now. Kill Orchendor.
Well, there we go. We have a quest, guys. Find the Elven Mage from... Speak to Nellicor. Find the Elven Mage... Oh. Kill Orchendor. Alright. Why not? Hopefully it won't flag us as being ultra-violent or something.
This land feels twisted.
Okay. We'll go this way. So, you got to look at what the agenda is behind it. In this case... It does look a lot like they're just trying to push another agenda. They're trying to push things in a certain direction. They're trying to get certain people elected. They're trying to push a certain political viewpoint. Notice that they're trying to tear down statues, commit what is known as historical revisionism, try to erase history so that they can rewrite history to favor their viewpoint. You'll notice that in most cases, these individuals have Marxist/socialist/communist viewpoints. You notice they talk a lot about empowering the little person and all this other stuff about bringing up the little people and all this nonsense, but in actuality they support these extremely wealthy, well-connected elites. Like some of their favorite people are the elites of Silicon Valley, elite politicians, the super wealthy. And of course they have no real desire to help the average person out. They're not trying to really get you any sort of power or political sway. They're trying to get that all for themselves. Let's see, where is the entrance to this big... Oh. The afflicted are also fighting me. Oh. Oh, yes, here we go. I thought this was going to be a find one guy and kill him quest. This is going to be kill all his followers and afflicted quest. That's fine. We're ready for it. Is it this way? Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. Nice! Okay, so now that we have destruction that went up, I still have one skill point. A perk, rather. We're going to put that perk into expert destruction. But do I even have any expert destruction spells? I don't, do I? That's weird. I wonder where I get them from. Maybe I need to go back to Feralda and see if now she's got a new class of spells for me. Although it might be that Firebolt is still the best bang for buck in terms of how much damage I get out of it versus the Magicka spent. To go up or to go down, that is the question. Oh, shit. What the hell? I keep trying to double cast and it just like pulls it away. I don't know if that's a problem with the game or what, but I'm pretty sure I'm holding the button properly. Alright, so what's down here? I know there's a way up. Holy shit. That's funny. Oh, Serena's almost dead, huh? Wait, did it just kill her? It did, didn't it? It shot her sideways and turned her into an ash pile. Ah, Dwarven Ruins. They always have, they love setting up booby traps. I think this will be our first Dwarven Ruins of the game. So now we're going to encounter some tougher enemies. Hopefully they're not resistant to fire, but if they are, I still have some shock skills. I knew there were some different looking chests in here, I just couldn't remember what they looked like. Stone and gold. A nice color combination if you don't, or if you ask me. So guys, to look through the narrative, you have to look at where their angle is. Look at what is the ultimate outcome of what they're saying. What would happen if we all took their advice? What would happen if we all did what they said? What direction would the country go? What direction would you go? What direction would a company go? Look at the message being given. And look at who's giving it and who's not. Look at who's pushing it and who's not. Look at who gets banned or blocked or suspended or gets their posts taken down and who doesn't. You can look at this and go, oh look, there's this far left politician who's saying all this really nasty, racist, horrible stuff, but it's racist against white people, so it's okay, I guess. And they're practically calling for the overthrow of the government, and nothing happens. Everything's fine. But here's this person over here who challenges the Black Lives Matter slogan and calls it racist or something, and then, oh look, his post got taken down for, quote, spreading hate, unquote. Isn't that interesting? So you can see also that the notion of being anti-racism or anti-hate is really just a clever way to push censorship, to push, what the hell, why does it keep taking the magic out of my hand? Like I'm trying to cast and it just cancels it. There we go, okay. Not sure what that's about. Like, I feel like my magic's just being canceled while I'm trying to cast it. Oh. Damn, what'd she do to him? Where'd he go? Oh. I guess these black mage robes are going to be worth something. 55 weight value. Weight per gold value. Let's rest for a bit. Maybe that'll bring our health back up. Cyberpunk 2077 announced that the game is being delayed. Not surprised. I was just thrilled to find that the delay did not reference coronavirus. It's some bullshit reason. Because of a mediocre virus that is basically just as bad as a nasty flu, everything is canceled, everything is closed, everything is delayed, everything is shut down. Wear a mask. Saturate your mask with bacteria and viruses and spread it out over everyone else. Well, that was easy. I'm assuming this is not the mandatory direction to go if you have to be able to pick it, because not everyone goes into lockpicking. Although we may skip some area back there. It'd be interesting if they had more dungeons designed around the notion of, if you can lockpick, you can skip parts of the dungeon and then collect better treasure the way you're going. Or the lockpicking direction makes it easier to sneak past everything if that's what you wanted. Oh, wait, is this... Are we heading back? We are, aren't we? Okay. Well, that was interesting. You'll also notice that the bad guys in history are typically, not always, but typically the ones that tear down statues, destroy buildings, burn shit, attack people, try to destroy the present culture. They try to basically destroy and replace the culture. And a lot of civilizations have done that. Once they become formally entrenched, well then, it is what it is at that point. People talk in the U.S. like, oh, we need to give this land back to the Native Americans. I'm like, yeah, I think we all know that ain't happening. Hello? There we go. For some reason, I can't dual cast here. The fuck? I don't get what's going on. Why is it not letting me dual cast half the time? Like, I try to dual cast and it's just one hand or the other. But it only happens I don't know if it's something to do with being attacked or something to do with what they're casting at me, but it's really disabling. See, I have no problem when I'm not being attacked. I don't get it. I don't get it, people. So, if you can see through what's being said to what the actual agenda is behind it, you are way above the rest, guys. You could also say it's a sort of reading between the lines. And you'll notice a lot of these people on the news anchors, are actually pretty dumb. Chris Cuomo of CNN was talking about the Black Lives Matter riots. And as you know, by definition, by FBI and U.S. Code definition, Black Lives Matter counts as a domestic terrorist group. Type in U.S. Code terrorism, or U.S. Code terrorist group, and read that definition. Type in FBI definition terrorism. Read the definition. Think about the riots. Think about Black Lives Matter supporters. Think about what has happened recently. And you'll see they literally fit the definition. Doing anything violent or destroying property, threats, in order to try to achieve a political end, is the definition of terrorism, essentially. Domestic terrorism is when it occurs domestically within one country, whereas international terrorism is when the terrorism comes from one country to another. So, Chris Cuomo was saying, well, where does it say that, protests need to be polite and peaceful? And, and of course people made fun of him for that statement because that statement is incredibly dumb. Where does it say that protests have to be peaceful? Well, Mr. Cuomo, it says that in the U.S. Constitution, in the very place that gives us the right to protest in the United States. It says it has to be peaceably, which today we might say the word peaceful or peaceably. People use different variations in language back then. But yeah, it says literally in the same amendment that gives us the right that you have to do it peaceably. And here he is going, where does it say you have to do it peaceably? Like right here, you dummy? I thought that was her thrall. I'm sitting here thinking that's the thrall for my partner here. Wait, hang on now. Oh yeah, there's the thrall, okay. Sometimes that thrall looks like one of the enemies. That's where I get confused. So that, that's just one example of the kind of stupidity you can expect. And, it's not all stupidity. Some of it is very intentional. They're intentionally spreading this false version of reality. This alternate version of reality. This version of reality where if you stand peacefully with other people, holding signs saying you protest a lockdown and shutdown of society over a minor virus that doesn't really hurt any more people than the flu. You're horrible and awful, and you're far right, and you're a danger to society. But if you go out by the thousands looting and rioting and pillaging and burning shit, committing arson, beating people up, oh, that's okay. That's a protest for justice, and the virus doesn't matter at that point. We'll just set the virus concerns aside. If anything, though, I'm glad that... I'm not glad, I'm sorry. I'm sort of glad that they happened in a way, because all these riots and Black Lives Matter protests showed that the coronavirus is nothing. Because if the coronavirus were anything to worry about, and it having a incubation period of 2 to 5 days, 14 at the most, and, you know, how many weeks into protests are we now? We should be seeing massive, massive amounts of people suffering from this virus and dying. The hospitals should be overwhelmed across the country, and that's just not the case. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more times. There's no such thing as an empty hospitals pandemic. That's not a thing. It's not. It doesn't matter who tells you. You could have the world's foremost experts on viruses, virologists from around the world saying that we're in a pandemic. If all the hospitals are empty and nobody's sick and everyone's fine and the death numbers, even inflated, barely match the flu, we don't have a pandemic. Furthermore, if we really did have a pandemic, we wouldn't be debating whether we had a pandemic. Everyone would know. It would be obvious. All of your family members would have actually died from the virus, not from something else and just be positive for the virus at the time that they died. You know, I've explained it this way. You know how many people die from something, and then at the time of their death, it turns out they had herpes? Herpes didn't kill them. They're not a herpes death, just because they were positive for herpes at the time of their death. Herpes didn't kill them. Their cancer did. Their heart problems did. Whatever they were placed in hospice care, that's what killed them for. But when somebody dies, why is it that hospitals and doctors are so quick to throw... Oh shit. These are tough if I remember correctly. What in the world is going on with this dual casting? Well, it's not being hit by magic because I had trouble there too. Ooh, look at that. Let's take it all, baby. Oh, you know how easy it is to miss those chests? They just don't stand out. Some chests don't stand out. Am I right, guys? You know what I'm talking about. So, you can look at the big picture and see something that most people won't see. Imagine there's a giant mural painted on a wall, okay? Big, huge mural. Let's say it's 25 feet across. You see one guy, he's walked right up on the mural. His face is right up to it. And he starts talking about what the mural is about. And you're standing back. You can see the whole mural from where you're at. And you're saying, oh, no. That's just, well, that little part of the mural over there, that's only this. If you look at the whole thing, you can see the mural is really about. And he's like, no, I know what I see. I'm like, well, yeah, you're seeing that over there, but you're only seeing it. No. I'm seeing what I'm seeing here. You can't tell me what I'm seeing is wrong. You're like, well, it's not that you're seeing wrong. It's that you're not getting the big picture. No. Don't tell me. That's what it's like arguing with the average person in America when it comes to politics, or probably in the UK or just about anywhere else. They're seeing, the average person of average intelligence sees a little tiny picture, sees a little bit of the mural. But you, if you're even of above average intelligence to any degree, you see more of the mural, if not the entire thing. So let's say you see like 90% of the mural. That's a lot better than the guy that's seeing 10% of the mural. So to evaluate what the mural is about, you need to see as much as possible. Like the mural about, what was that one Spanish one, like Guernica or something that was about the bombing of some area, or I can't remember exactly what it was. It's been so long since I've studied it. I'm not big into art or anything, as you could probably tell. But the idea here is you have to be intelligent enough to step back, look at the whole thing, evaluate everything, really look at it and say, wait a minute, what is this really about? Don't look at this one little thing over here. So if you're the type right now that's thinking, Fox, you don't understand, man. These police, they're out here, they're killing people. The police are just killing innocent people, just murdering them. Police are waking up every morning thinking, gee, today my goal is to go murder an innocent black man. Ho, ho, ho. He puts on his KKK white hood and goes out into the forests and does satanic rituals and burns crosses. You know, that's the kind of nonsense that you get out of people nowadays. They're so extremely far into their lunacy. And they want to be. They want to hate. They have all this hate inside them, and they've now found a target. The news says hate the police. The news says hate the right. The news says hate Donald Trump. He's horrible. Donald Trump is a transphobic, homophobic, racist, sexist, misogynist. He's every evil thing you've ever imagined all in one. He's the devil incarnate himself. That's why, you got these celebrities and other characters that they just want to depict the murder of Trump, and they feel like that's like a good thing. Like they feel this sense of relief, like, yeah, murder Trump. That in their mind, that's justified because Trump has been made out to be this horribly evil person, to the point of like a caricature almost. It's like a Bugs Bunny caricature of evil. It's like a mustache-twirling evil villain sitting back there twirling his long black mustache going, ha ha ha, I've got you now. That's kind of the image that many on the left have of Donald Trump. It's been taught to them by... Is this of any value? It's been taught to them by the far left-wing media. And yes, the media is, on the whole, very far left. I often say Fox News is not conservative. Fox News is leftist media designed for conservatives. Fox News is left-wing media made to be palatable to the average conservative individual. Or those in the middle, really. I don't know. Who watches Fox News anymore? I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. The only news I watch is what I glimpse on TVs that are in locations where I have to be for any reason. Or in there for a while, like it's a doctor's office or something. Hopefully the doctors will be smart enough not to put that shit on their television. CNN is the clown news network. I think that's what Mark Dice calls it. I don't want to be stealing his thunder there. But really it is. It's just a joke. CNN is a joke. Fox News is less of a joke, but still a joke. NPR is just like way far lunatic left-wing nonsense. But they present it in a way where it's like pseudo-intellectual, so you're sitting there listening to NPR thinking, yes, I have refined tastes, I listen to NPR. I'm like, NPR is the talk radio news network for people that like to think highly of themselves and believe that they're really intelligent, so that they can listen and go, yes, I'm smart, I'm so smart, oh, look at me, I'm smart, I listen to NPR. Unfortunately, NPR is pretty lowbrow. It's just leftist propaganda. What the heck? This guy's got so much magicka. Drop your magicka. Drop it. Drop the weapon. Alright. I'm doing a pretty good job not picking up a bunch of shit like I just did right there. I just did one of those grab everything. Okay, what junk do we have on us? Let's get rid of that and that. Do we have any pure junk? Any clutter? You always end up accidentally picking up clutter, I guess this time I didn't. I need to figure out where to sell those dog Death Hound collars to. They're worth something, but I don't know where to sell them. Oh, that got rid of a lot of weight. Good. That was junk. So, long story short, you see through the narrative, you see through to the agenda, you keep an eye on what the agenda is, you'll start to notice, you'll be like, you know what? Interestingly enough, here's Black Lives Matter. Let me go to the Black Lives Matter website. Oh, look at that. In the About section, Black Lives Matter is talking about heteronormative, patriarchy, transgender. Oh, look, it's the same bullshit leftist left-wing agenda that everything else is pushing. It's almost like it's just far left agenda disguised as an anti-racist movement. The Black Lives Matter movement is a Trojan horse for far left radical left-wing liberalism, if I can use that term. And I know some of you that are more educated know that the term liberal has other less offensive political meaning. I get that, like such as liberal arts degree, but take into account words can mean multiple things. Words are used in multiple different ways. And I do use the word in the sense that a lot of Americans use it. So if you're not an American, just be aware that Americans use... What the... See, you see this? You see this nonsense? There we go. Shit. Oh, she was pushing me. Thought I was being attacked. What? What? Stay down. There we go. Somebody's raising them from the dead here. Look at this guy. He's hanging off this shit. Wait, merchant's hat? Oh. I thought that was going to give me like some bartering skill or something. I could just pop it on real quick when selling shit. Yeah, don't confuse pseudo-intellectualism with actual intellectualism. There are a lot of people out there that give the appearance of being intelligent, but all they're doing is just regurgitating the same shit they've heard from everyone else. They're just pushing the same agenda, the same narrative, the same crap. It's just repackaged. Go to the Black Lives Matter website, look at the About section. You'll see it's just the far left, the radical far left agenda repackaged. It's a Trojan horse. Don't be surprised. Most movements are that. Veganism, the big, like PETA, all this stuff. For the most part, they're just far left radicalism repackaged and sent in as a Trojan horse for far left, left-wing politics. The Marxist, the socialist angle. They have to constantly repackage it because it's offensive in its base form. So they have to sneak it in as anti-hate or anti-bigotry, anti-homophobia, anti-transphobia, which, by the way, those don't mean what people think they do. Anti-whatever, you know? Anti-racism, anti-police brutality, anti-government overreach. I mean, even the libertarian movement, for the most part, has been co-opted by the liberal left-wing agenda. You can see the libertarian movement pushing shit it never used to push, like open borders everywhere. No, I don't know why libertarians think open borders is a libertarian concept. You don't have a country to be libertarian if your borders are totally open. That's not a thing. You lose your country. You lose your libertarian state because someone else comes in and takes control of it. And the best example I always give is this, okay? You think, oh, these guys want to come in from Mexico to work. They're coming from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, whatever, right? Okay. Well, China sends 5,000 people over to Mexico, soldiers, and those 5,000 soldiers want to come across the border with assault rifles. Is that a problem for you as a libertarian? Do you have any qualms about China sending 5,000 heavily armed, you know, multiple, they have assault rifles, they have handguns, they have grenades. Is it okay for them to all just come across that open border right there? Or maybe that's an issue. Maybe we need to start looking at, hey, maybe we shouldn't just have straight up open borders for everyone. I'm just saying, there's some reasons not to have open borders. Because if you have open borders, you have no country. And that's the idea here, folks. You know, you can say George Soros is a plant. He's there to distract us. Maybe, maybe not. But what George Soros is effectively doing is bad, as far as we can tell. So even if he's a distraction we should try to put an end to. So how do we get to that? Well, you know what? I'm going to find a way. Try not to die in the process. Here we go. Oh, wow. That was easier than I thought. Oh, carrying too much to run, eh? I know what to do with. Let's get rid of that. And let's see. What do we have anything super heavy? Oh, yes, we do. You know, that's just too heavy to be hanging on to. And there we go. We made it. No damage. Nice. So when we talk about masculinity in regards to all this, we've talked about it before in a couple episodes. One episode dedicated solely to the concept that no, sorry, you can't really be a far left-wing individual and be masculine. That's just not a thing because the more you move to the left, the more you move away from masculine values. Leftism just is not masculine at heart. It's very feminine in nature. It's about feelings. It's about elevating some people over other people based not on their skill, based not on their merits, but based on their gender, perceived gender, stated gender, chosen gender, preferred pronouns, race, whatever other, crap it is. It's about giving people money by taking it from those who earned it. Masculine men in general don't believe that they should get somebody else to take money from a rich person and give it to a poor person who didn't earn it, or any person really. It's not, that's an effeminate thing. Have somebody else take someone's money and give it to someone else. In this case, have the government take money belonging to people that earned it and give it to people that didn't earn it. I'm not in agreement with that. I'm just not. I think people who earn their money should keep their money for the most part. I understand taxation. I'm not opposed to taxes as a general rule. I'm just opposed to taxation being a scheme to redistribute everyone's wealth. I'm totally against that. I don't think we should be redistributing wealth. I think the government's one of the last groups you would ever want being in charge of redistributing wealth. Because I'm sorry, it's just not going to work out. It hasn't so far. It never has. They've tried communism and socialism and all sorts of other little ideas, and it's never worked. It's never going to work. People are naturally selfish. That's why capitalism is pretty much the best system we can find, because it takes into account human greed. Socialism and communism pretend like human greed can be overcome. They can't. Maybe you get a very few truly altruistic individuals, but for the most part, the average person can't overcome their own greed. They can't. Shit. I'm getting my ass kicked here. Let's do a quick Fortify Destruction. Heal it up. Get some magic up. And there we go. Probably didn't need the Fortified Destruction, huh? I thought there were a couple more enemies. Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to let my magicka come back here. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Alright, so let's start getting rid of stuff with a lot of... Oh, yeah, get rid of that. Oh, shit, I should have gotten rid of those dragon scales. I think I even went to some towns with dragon scales on me and didn't think to sell them. Black Mage's robes are awesome because it's like 1 point of weight for what, like 25 some value or more? Wow, this is a long dungeon, guys. I did not think it'd be this long. That's what she said! Okay. I said it first, so you guys can't say it now. It looks like this just all interconnects, so it's probably this way we're intended to go. So, don't get caught up looking at the superficial of what's going on. Look at the big picture. If there's an individual case where an officer may have used too much force, that is an issue to be handled as an individual case, not as some sort of systemic indicator of an issue in the system. And, you know, there's the myth that there's all these cases of this going on all over the country all the time. Holy shit. That's just not reality. At least the data doesn't suggest it. To believe that all the data is wrong is basically to believe in a conspiracy theory, and it's possible that all this data is being hidden, but I highly doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, it's possible. I just don't think it's very likely. And two, the other thing you can't do is you can't just say, well, even though there's no data to support it, we got to assume that the data is being hidden from us, and it's out there. Okay, well, that's really, really unscientific and really intellectually dishonest to say that a lack of evidence is proof that the evidence is being hidden. That is literally how people argue nowadays, and it is so emotional and weak and effeminate to argue that way. No, a lack of evidence is not evidence that the evidence exists somewhere but is being hidden. So, I'm used to all these traps at this point. Oh, the Dwemer. So predictable. I'm sure it takes some damage, huh? I wonder if lightning would do more damage on them. Hang on, I have no weapons on me? That's interesting. Okay. So I have this equipped, this, and this. Okay. Just every now and then I need to make sure I got the right stuff equipped. Do I have any junk? No. Okay, 25 weight for one value. You know what? Let's get rid of that. I mean, I thought it'd be worth more than that, but 1 gold per weight value? That's shit. It is, really. Time between shouts is reduced. Well, yeah, if I use shouts a lot more, maybe, but I don't, so. Okay, I feel like we gotta be coming towards the end here, right? My coffee is cold. It sits in a spot on my desk. It's like directly blasted by the air conditioner. I need to buy another one of those air diverters that you put on vents, and it'll divert the air in a different direction. Although, you know, originally I liked having it, like, blow directly on me. But now I just wear, like, what do they call these? These kind of 80s style muscle shirts. They're tank tops, like men's 80s style muscle tanks. And that's a lot cooler than wearing a regular t-shirt. And then I wear these fairly short gym shorts. I don't have long gym shorts. I don't understand why men think that shorts should come down past their knees. I think that's ridiculous. I would say a rule is, for men, if the shorts come down, if the shorts cover your knees, they're too long, as a general rule. Now, there may be some special circumstance where you'd want longer ones, but I can't think of any. I'm looting while we're supposed to be fighting. That's a rule. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, oh shit. Woo! I'm almost dead. Let's fortify destruction, fortify magicka, heal up, get some more magic, and then we'll be good to win it all here. There we go. That was a pretty good fight right there, huh? Oh, look at this treasure chest. Oh yes, there we go. I really need this dungeon to end soon. I'm so full on stuff, and it's gonna get to the point where, like, picking up a 1 weight item is gonna be too much for me. Okay, those other bodies, wherever they fell, it's too late now. I'm not going down all the way down there unless I need to, but I don't think I need to. I should probably start using a travel mug with my coffee right here on the desk, because these regular mugs, though I really like how they look and feel, they just don't keep the coffee hot. They don't. Just, it lets all the heat come out pretty easily. So that's a technical issue there. Quick save. Let's bust in there. And I always worry about these things popping out enemies.
Who's there? That'll teach you.
Another quick save, and then got that one too. Damn, I keep missing. Shit, out of magicka. All this missing. I think my partner here is invincible since she's part of a quest line. As long as I have enough magicka, I can just keep staggering them, and that works. So, see through the narrative, guys. See through the narrative. Ask yourself, okay, who is this benefiting? What angle is this pushing? What politician benefits from this? What groups benefit from this? Who would specifically not benefit from this? Who would this harm? Not necessarily physically, just financially and otherwise. Look at who gets suspended, who gets their posts taken down, who gets blocked on social media. And look at all of the big players. You want to look at Silicon Valley, so that's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, all those guys. You want to look at Hollywood, you want to look at the universities, you want to look at the Democrat politicians, also to almost equal extent the Republican politicians, who essentially do a lot of the same shit as the Democrats, just with the different claim that they're not doing it. Woo! There we go. I'm glad. I was expecting little enemies to come out and pelt me from the side there. Okay, so let's get rid of stuff to make some space here. 20 weight, 25. Yeah, it's just so much weight. It's just way too easy to get rid of weight by dumping that. I hate doing it because it has some value and all, but can't have that much weight on me right now. I just can't. Finally, destruction went up, and I think we've actually leveled off that. Yes! So, at some point I should get more health, you know, but nah. More magicka. More magicka! I think I'm pretty deep into destruction here. I mean, I haven't gone the frost route, but whatever. That is master destruction. What does that do? Just cast master level destruction? Okay. Which I don't have any of those at the moment, so that's of no value. Alchemy. Really? Oh, requires 60. Okay. Physician. Benefactor. Requires 30. Look, so we already got that. Experimenter. Eating agreement reveals first 2 effects. Oh, so now the problem we're going to run into is I don't have enough... I'm not high enough alchemist to put points into anything else. That's fine. What about light armor? Requires 20. Damn. Okay, so how about... I don't really use any other class of magic often enough to put points into it. What's the beginning? Cast novice level? That'd be great for healing, but I really use potions for healing. Let's just hang on to that perk, guys. We're going to hang on to it. About to burn them bats. Let me tell you something. If I'm not done with this soon, it's like... I'm gonna have to finish this in the next episode at this rate. This is one long ass dungeon. All right. So, being able to see through the agenda, or see through the narrative to the agenda, through the veil. Same way you see through people, individuals in your life. See through a woman's veil to her, what she really wants. If you meet a girl, you haven't been with her too long, and she's like pushing really hard for marriage, it might be that she just wants to have a wedding because her friends are all having weddings, and then she just wants to have a baby before she feels like she's too old. Do not do that. One of the biggest mistakes you will ever make in your life. Not that the child itself is a mistake. You'll love your child and all that, but it will be a giant, humongous pain in the ass. Hello? Why is he not taking any damage? So what's the deal here? Seriously. He took 0 damage after I hit him that many times. We're going to Fortify Destruction, heal up. We're going to Resist Magic. And we're going to Restore some Magicka. And then we're going to switch to Chain Lightning. Well, no. We're going to switch to Sparks and see if that does anything. Where is he? So he's resisted against fire. That's interesting. Did he just get his health back again? Okay, so now he's resistant to that. So let's go back to Firebolt. What?
Get back here.
Okay, that doesn't do anything. And it says he resists. So what the hell? I don't even know if I have any. Well, I have frostbite. I mean, he resisted frostbite. What? Oh, hold on now. Is he resistant to all magic? It's not saying he's resisting fire. Yes, it does. Holy shit. I don't think I have anything to hit him with. Damn. Well, guys, this episode's going to go a little long. I don't want to save right in the middle of this. Okay, so... Well, yeah. You don't have enough magic. Okay. It didn't say he resisted that one. Oh, hit the wrong person. Now he's resistant again. Let's do... Shit. I am gonna do something I don't normally do and just block while she hits him. And then I need a little magicka to be able to block. Okay. Get him! Get him! Oh, did that hit her too? Damn it. Oh, I forget I have that dragon skin or whatever it's called. Let's, Shit. Let me make sure she... Yeah, there we go. Get him! Get him! Okay, now let me see if I can actually use magic on him now that his magic is down. If his magic is low, maybe he's now... No, no. Okay. And he keeps healing him. Oh, I think when I attack him, I heal him. Okay. Well, I have a crazy idea, guys. About all I can think of at this point is to unequip everything and punch him. That's doing pretty much nothing. And this, I just so happen to not have a single weapon picked up to use. Not one. Damn, I wish I'd known ahead of time that he was like 100% resistant to all magic, and it would actually just heal him. Thank goodness I have her, otherwise I'd be screwed here. Can we get up there? Yeah. Let's see if I can just push him off. Yeah, I can. Watch. Oh, I forgot. I gotta switch to the shout. What? It did nothing? Shit! Oh. Okay, let's do resist frost. What? Are you kidding me? Seriously? This is insane. This is nuts, guys. I'm wasting so much of everything here. I guess I have to hit him with some magic to get him to come down. There we go. Oh, and he's fucking back up there again. Jeez. Seriously? Oh, okay, I thought... Yeah, apparently shouts don't work on him. Damn. This is lame. Ugh. This is crazy. Are there any weapons back here? Like, can I pick up something and at least try to hit him with it? Were there any enemies we took down over here that have a weapon on them somewhere? This is gonna be the longest episode ever. Is he gonna... Oh, shit. Is he gonna get all his health back? I bet you he just got all his fucking health back, didn't he? I bet you he just got all his fucking health back. Right? No. Okay. Whew. Hit him! Alright, let's do Lesser Ward again, although I get my ass kicked with this thing. Whoa. Something just did a bunch of damage to him. I doubt it was me punching him. Oh, he keeps healing. Oh boy. You know what? I'm just going to go to the heals. How about that? There we go. There we go. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. Get him. He keeps healing himself just about as much damage as she's doing. Yeah, look at that. Every time he disappears, he heals himself. Come on! Golly! It's a pain in the ass. Okay, so now he's down on the ground. Finally! Oh my goodness, guys. This was nuts. We're gonna take all that, and you know what? When next we pick it up, we'll just dump shit and figure out where we're gonna go from there. Guys, that was exciting. That was so much fun. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Hit the notification bell icon. Select all. Leave your comments down below. Links for social media are in the description. Twitter's where I'm most active. Thanks for joining me once again, and I will see you all later.